This is a tale of two halves, on how different 24 hours can be. After arriving in Dubrovnik, I took a boat to the island of Kolochep. It was a glorious sunshine, beautiful evening, and I woke up refreshed, ready for a full day the next day.
So this is the island of Kolochep, or Kalamata as the locals call it, here in Croatia. It's only around a 30-minute boat ride from Dubrovnik, around 5 kilometers, and it's entirely car-free, and as you can see, really beautiful. Today, only around 200 people live on the island, and we're going to be here for the next couple of days exploring. So the plan today is go to the Blue Cave, and we're going to be exploring the island, maybe going down to the lighthouse and swimming off there, as well as some beautiful hikes around the island and through the forest.
I have full videos on the Blue Cave and the lighthouse, but here are some highlights. Links to the videos below. I then heard and saw some swifts and went to the other side of the island in order to watch.
So I'm just watching an amazing sunset behind me. Absolutely fantastic. It's been a great day here on Kalamata. I don't know if you can see in here, but there's all these birds which have just come out this evening. It's an amazing soundscape with the crickets and the sea.
An idyllic end to 24 hours, with a very different 24 hours approaching.
Good morning. Today it is definitely windy and it's picking up to be a bit of a swell. Was originally meant to go diving, but that's not going to happen just because the swell and the sea conditions aren't really great for it. So instead, going to chill around, probably read my book a fair bit and just enjoy the morning. But first, cup of tea.
Although the weather was picking up, it was still very warm, so we decided to take a dip in the sea, and I tried unsuccessfully backflipping.
That was alright. Yeah.
We then headed across the island, past the beautiful church St. Nicholas, to get the ferry over to Dubrovnik for the afternoon, which was amazing to see with the slightly stormier weather than the first time I was there. My Dubrovnik video is linked below. Whilst in Dubrovnik, the weather really started to come in, and as we got the ferry back, we could see the storm closing in on Dubrovnik and almost chasing us back as we had an idyllic sunset ahead, with grey storm clouds and rain behind us. The swell had also really picked up. I had some initial reflections after arriving back.
So I've arrived back on Kalamata Island. There's an absolutely beautiful sunset going on behind me, just in the harbour here. It was an interesting boat ride, kind of see a storm coming up behind us, and it should be a nice evening.
which was entirely wrong, and the wind really started to pick up.
And the storm has begun. I think it's going to be a real force of nature on this island and super humbling to watch.
Soon enough, we had a full lightning storm upon us.
Big lightning flashes.
Storm's got to be at least 10 meters.
Oh!
Oh, we saw some horizontal lightning. Yeah, it was really cool. Is that what it's called?
Colours are so bad. My screen
Shall we patch it?
We also headed over to the cliffs where I had seen the swifts the evening before. This was an interesting view of the storm, and it had completely changed from 24 hours before.
The view from here when it lights up the cliffs is really good.
The next morning it was back to a lovely day, with some rain showers, and I got the ferry back to Dubrovnik to fly back. On the way back we were treated to a glorious rainbow. Pretty apt for the last 48 hours.